skin. We've all got it, we all want more. Earlier tonight, we answered the call of beauty and talked about saving Private Ryan's youthful looks. Particle also runs this ad.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror
and see eye bags, dark spots, wrinkles.
when they could be using this. Particle Face Cream for Men fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles.
The Particle website includes great reviews like no real difference, no discernible difference, and no significant change. Each 50ml bottle costs $118. Wow. Who would buy that? Not us. We spend all our money on poonie rooms. Christina, can you sell softer skin to hard men?
I think so. I think this is reaching the last bastion of men who aren't on TikTok, where, you know, Botoxing and looks maxing has kind of been normalised for a younger cohort. So it's okay to be, you know, into skincare. So these guys are kind of moisturising when no one's watching. They're doing it in secret. There's lots of Reddit threads about, you know, wives and girlfriends saying, oh, he's using my really exy serum. And about 30% of men say that they're using moisturiser that belongs to someone else. And that's because there's this stereotype that, you know, hard men sort of equate skincare with vanity. So there's this sort of unspoken anxiety. 42% of men say they are worried about wrinkles and bags under the eye. And that's probably an underquote because they've been brought up with these different beauty standards where it's like real men don't care, age gracefully. So I do think that Particle is doing a reasonable job of sort of, you know, creating these sort of permission slips for sort of bloke core to opt in. For one, they talk about it's about vitality, not vanity. It's about matching how you feel on the inside with how you look on the outside. And they also make it really functional and practical. The way the application ritual, which I know is sort of semi a joke, but it's like wall paint. It's not like a pampering moment. So they do a really good job of making sure people can opt into it.
Yeah, male cosmetics is on the rise. It's a huge, booming industry. Part of what they left out is what makes this stuff, and will probably make this stuff successful. They know that a man would rather, like, is aged like a raisin than to buy 6 different products. And then apply those with French names. That all in one is what they want. So in some ways, they've got this sort of utopia for men, which is one jar, you know, no guilt, and it feels masculine. And then they've added all these sort of masculine tropes and imagery around it. So they talk about it as, you know, face maintenance. It's not anti-aging cream. It's a 6-in-1, you know, thing for your face to make it come alive and optimize. And that just lowers the guilt of men that actually want to use this stuff. It's like WD-40 for your pores. and this, unfortunately or fortunately, will sell because they've got a loophole now where men who don't want to be seen to be moisturizing can moisturize.
Yeah, I think they're going for that last portion of people who aren't using men's skincare. Like 33% of men don't wash their face daily. And if the ones that are apparently mostly using bar soap or body wash as a face wash instead. And interestingly, like men's skin ages at the age of about 65, which is also when men start to suddenly be like, oh, I need to do something with my face. And it's interesting because it's kind of like the menopause where it's like you suddenly see this drastic change. So it's like when Paul McCartney started looking like Angela Lansbury. But I think it's going to work right because I think those with fragile masculinity who are too macho to use these kind of products would actually really well because they're more self-conscious than ever before. They're still being exposed to stuff online of like, you know, Jeffrey Bezos' new face and Elon Musk's girdle, and it's like they've just got this performative machoism where they're trying to pretend all this stuff, but they're really actually quite aware of how they look. But I think the ragey army ad in its stupidity, might actually connect to a whole generation of people who are just mad and at war with everything in the world. They are in a war against wokeness. They're in a war against someone in a video on Facebook. They're in a war against someone in a parking lot. Like, they're just so angry. And now it's this thing of being like, and you can be angry at getting old as well. So I kind of think it would actually weirdly work.
I think the price point is far too jarring. So this is a premium product at $118 for 50 mils. The person that's going to buy that would already be skincare literate. And I think that person probably would call bullshit on these 6 things in one cream being a thing. That guy looks like a used car salesman. It's such a weird casting choice. Those infomercial before and afters, it's like so daggy, so old school advertising. It looks like an infomercial. I totally thought that was going to be like a Walmart $20 product, the way in which the codes and the branding comes to life. So I was really shocked with that price point, and I actually think that they've completely missed that audience opportunity and it's not going to work.
Interesting choice of name. They chose to call it Particle, which feels sort of weirdly tough, like a kind of weapon of mass destruction. I mean, I think they're sort of positioning it as this sort of tech grooming thing that's going on. It's what Elon Musk would use if he had skin. I think that there is a market for it because men are embarrassed to use these things generally. That's why they're using their wives' product. And maybe this will not be bought by men who may call bullshit on it. It'll be bought by their wives or partners or that think, okay, let's just get him this because he's aging like a bloody raisin. So let's just get it for him.